Hi, this is Fazana. Welcome to part 3 of the bearings topic. In this video, we will combine bearings with advanced trigonometry, and I hope you remember the rhyme. Wherever it's from, draw your north, from your north, clockwise to the line. Yeah? If you remember that, then you have no problems with bearings. Okay, I hope you've watched parts 1 and 2. Remember, every part just raises your level part by part, level by level. Yeah, so make sure you watch parts 1 and 2 before watching this one. Okay, let's have a look at some questions. Okay, David walks on a bearing of 50 degrees from hostel A to viewpoint V, 5 kilometers away. Yeah? Okay, so that's a bearing of 50, yeah, from the north. Okay, cool. Hostel B is due east of hostel A. Okay, if it's due east, then you know that's a right angle. So you know that angle there will be 40 degrees. Okay, yeah, so you know that's a right angle there. Okay, Susie walks on a bearing of 294 degrees from hostel B to the same viewpoint. So you can tell my attempts at a straight line. So that from your north all the way up to the line connecting B and B is 294. Okay. You know that one was due east, yeah, of A. So then you know that is like 270 degrees. Yeah. So if that's 270 degrees up to there, and if that whole thing is 294, then you know that bit is 24 degrees. Yeah. So they all add up to 294. Okay. Cool. All right, so we have both angles there. That's great. Okay, calculate the length of AB. So we have to calculate that length there. All right, you can tell it's not a right angle triangle, so there must be this element of advanced trigonometry. Yeah, I know the most difficult part of the question is sometimes figuring out what topic it is. Yeah, but we need to find this side. So let's label our triangles. So that's A, that's B, and that's V. So we need to find V. Okay, so if we need to find a side in advanced trigonometry, we can only use the cosine rule if we've got the opposite V. So we have that side, we don't have that side, and we don't have that angle. So chances are we're going to use the sine rule, which means we've got to crisscross. Yeah? Okay, so we've got that element of the criss. So we can say that divided by sine that would be that divided by sine that, but we don't seem to have that angle there. And the more you sort of mark it with your pencil, you realize you've got those two sides. Yeah, so angle V would be 180 minus the 40 plus 24, which is 64. So then you know angle V equals 116 degrees. Yeah, so that's 116. Now we can use the sine rule. Okay, so we've got V divided by sine of that equals 5 divided by sine of that. Okay, all right. So V divided by sine 116 equals 5 divided by sine 24. Okay, now my fast format of 3/6 equals 2/4. All right, it's just such a useful format to have, because if anything, whether it's advanced trigonometry or algebra, looks like that, then you can easily play around with it, because 3 times 4 is 6 times 2. Yeah, so in algebra you'd go that times that equals that times that, and you get rid of the denominator. Yeah, Whereas in this case, we're trying to find the v, so it's like we're trying to find the 3. Yeah? So you cross multiply the other two, so you go 2 times 6 is 12 divided by 4, and you get 3. Okay? So v will be cross multiply that, so you've got 5 times sine 116 divided by sine 24. All right? Yeah? And we get 11.05 kilometers. Okay? Yeah? 11.05. And we knew it would be more than 5, because remember, the longer side is always opposite the largest angle. So that's a really good check. Yeah? 11.05 has to be greater than the 5. Yeah? All right. Cool. Okay. Let's do another question. Okay. A ship sails from Harbour H on a bearing of 84. Okay, so again, let's draw. The minute you see several norths, just make sure you draw the whole extension of the parallel lines. Yeah, so they become parallel lines. So if that's 84, okay, is there anything we could do with that right now? Don't think so. Okay, we've got that there, so we know that is 84. Yeah. So I'll just sort of do that right now and put that 84 there. Oh, this diagram is so small, isn't it? Okay. Until it reaches P, it then sails on a bearing of 210. So that's 210. So you know that whole thing is 210. Up to there is 180. So you know that bit is 30. Yeah. What I would suggest is you do this on a piece of paper and make the diagram really, really small. Okay, so that's 30. So if that whole thing was 84, sorry, that whole thing, so you know that bit there is 54. Okay, cool. All right, what else can we do until it reaches point Q? Okay, one thing, what I've also noticed, if that's 30, then can you see there's a Z there, an alternate angle, so that's 30. Oh my God, we're just full of so much information here, aren't we? Yeah? Okay. Calculate the distance between point Q and the harbour. So we have to look for that line there. Yeah? All right. If you want to find a side, then you know you have, if to use the cosine rule, you need the V, which we've got the V. Yes, we got the V. Yeah, we got the V. Okay, so let's label our triangle. So that's your H, that's your Q, and that's your P. So we're looking for P. Yeah, so we're going P squared, and then we take the two opposite side squareds. So we've got 340 squared plus 160 squared minus 2 times 340 times 160 times cos 54. Okay, before you go on your calculator, make sure you square root answer, and you'll get 277.9 kilometers. Yeah. Okay, so we'll stick that in there. Okay, so that was part A. Okay, on what bearing must the ship sail to return directly to the harbour from Q? So you can see from your north, so it includes that 30, all the way up to there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is find that bit there, yeah, and then take it away from 360, okay? But in order to do that, I'm going to have to also include that 30 there. So once I find that angle there, I'm actually going to minus 30, and then that thing there, I'm going to go 360 minus that there will be the bearing. Okay, so let's go find angle Q. Yeah, so we're going to look for angle Q. Okay, now let's figure out how we're going to do that. So we're trying to find the angle. Now that's easy using the cosine rule, because we've got all three sides. This time let's try using the sine rule. Yeah, so have we got a crisscross? That divided by sine that is that divided by sine that. Yeah, and we've got the 54. So let's go for that one. So we've got that divided by sine that is that divided by sine that. So you get your crisscross. Okay, all right, so we've got Q, 340 divided by sine Q equals 277.9 divided by sine 54. Okay, and again, remember my class format of 3/6 equals 2/4. This time we need the 6, so we're going to go 3 times 4, which is 12 divided by 2. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go sine Q equals 340 times sine 54 divided by 277.9. Yeah, and make sure when you go on your calculator, you're then going to go shift sign answer to actually get the angle, and you'll get 82. Okay, so then the 82 minus the 30 is 52. Yeah, which is what that bit will be. Yeah, and if we can just write it there. Yeah, and then if you go 360 minus 52, you get 308 degrees. Okay, yeah, so those are your answers. All right, again, sorry about the diagram being really small. Okay, next. Okay, at 1500 hours, 3 ships A, B, and C are in the position shown in the diagram. Okay, again, is it worth doing? I'll just draw myself there, just in case, yeah? Okay, just helps to do something, yeah? You think, oh, I'm so in control. Okay, ship B is northeast of ship C. Okay, so it's northeast of ship C. So you can tell that, let's draw this really carefully. Okay, so you can tell that that is 45 degrees. Yeah, that whole thing there. Okay, and then you can tell you've got an alternate angle there, so that's 45 degrees. And that makes sense, yeah? Vertically opposite. All right, cool. Find the bearing of A from B. So it's from B. So we know it's 100 and sorry. So we know it's 180 plus the 45 and then plus that angle there. Okay, so let's prepare. We've got 180 plus 45 plus, and then we're going to find the angle. Okay, so now we need to find the angle. Okay, in order to use the sine rule, we'd have to have another angle, which we don't have. So it must be the cosine rule, because we have all 3 sides. Yeah, okay, all right. So let's label our triangle. A, B, and C. Okay, all right. So now cos B equals, and remember you're always taking away the side of the angle that you're looking for. So you're going 14 squared plus 21 squared minus 11 squared divided by 2 times 14 times 21. Okay, and again, when you go on your calculator, make sure you do cos of the answer to find the actual angle, and you get 28.7 degrees here. And I think we'll just round it to 29, and we get 254 degrees. Yeah, and we'll just put in 3 significant figures. All right, okay, that wasn't so bad, was it? Yeah, all right. As I said, just make sure you draw a few souths so you can see any sort of parallel lines there might be. Yeah, all right. Okay. Now, this one's a bit of a toughie, so just concentrate. All right, a boat sails from A on a bearing of 140. Okay, so that's 140. So that must be 40. Yeah, so angles on a straight line. Okay, all right. Then I might as well do a few Z's here, so we know that's 40 there as well. Okay, just prepare as much as you can. You don't overwrite, but just make sure if you can see any Z's, just write them, because it just might come in really handy. Yeah. Then at B, it sails on a bearing of 250. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to write the 40 kilometers. Then it goes on a bearing of 250, so from the north all the way up to C is 250. So we know that's 180, so that must be 70. Yeah, and if that's 110, then that must be 70. Yeah, so much you can do, isn't it? Okay, and it's going 80 kilometers. Anything else we can see? Can we see any more Z's? Oh, yes, we can. So we know that whole angle there is 70. Okay, so there's your Z again. All right. Okay, find distance AC. So we have to find that distance there. Yeah. Again, you can see it's not a right angle triangle, so there must be advanced trigonometry. Yeah. So we need to find that length there. So let's label our triangle. We've got A, B, and C. Okay, so how do we find that? Oh, cool. I've got my B. Yeah. Okay, so A, I got my B. All right, so B squared equals those two squared. So you've got 40 squared plus 80 squared minus 2 times 40 times 80 times cos 70. Okay, and don't forget to square root your answer, and you'll get 76.2 kilometers. Okay, yeah, nice to just do one decimal place in case we need to use it, so our accuracy is not compromised. Okay, now part B, we have to find the bearing of C from A. Yeah, so from A, so you know it's going to be from the north all the way up to that line. Okay, so again you can see it's 140 plus the 40 plus that bit there. Okay, so we can either do 140 plus that angle when we find it. Yeah, so let's do that. So we're just prepare. So we're going 140 plus angle A. Yeah, okay, so let's find angle A. Okay, we find angle A. We can use it using the cosine rule or the sine rule, because in the cosine rule you need all three sides. In the sine rule you've got crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. We've got virtually anything, so we're so spoiled for choice. So we're going to do 80 divided by sine of that angle equals that one, 76.2 divided by sine 70. Okay, so we've got 80 divided by sine A equals 76 over sine 70. Yeah, just put 0.2 there. Okay, now again, our fast format, if we want that, we go that times that divided by that. So we've got sine A equals 80 times sine 70 divided by 76.2. Okay, and again, make sure you go sine minus 1 answer, and you get 81.55, and we'll just round that to 82. Okay, so then we stick it in there, 82, yeah, so that means that must be 42, because that's 40, yeah? And you get the bearing of 222 degrees. Okay, cool, very good. Find the bearing of A from C. So from C, we need that little bit there. Okay, so let's look at part C. Okay, now we've drawn our norths and souths. Don't you feel so powerful? Because can you see that B there? So that's 42. Yeah, so you've got 0, 4, 2, and it's alternate angles. All right, yeah, good, excellent. Yeah, as I said, just keep preparing as you're reading the question, and you find that once you've prepared it all, and then you say, okay, now hit me with the questions, and you find that everything will be there in place, yeah, for you to actually work with. And as I said, some of the times you're just spoiled for choice, because you could use the sine rule, the cos rule. You virtually have all information apart from what you're looking for. Yeah, so good. I hope after watching these 3 videos you will master any bearings exam question given to you. When I find even more challenging questions, I will upload a part 4. Until then, keep practicing, and remember, you're in control. Until next time, take care. Bye.